Hey, baby boy.
Guten Tag.
What's up, guys? So, we're here for hopefully one of the final days of getting this big turbo installed. So, I previously, don't know if you guys know, but if I can find it, there it is. So, this, let's see if I can get this to focus. So this fitting right here previously is one of the coolant block-offs, except since I'm running a Garrett turbo setup, it is has water and oil cooled. So this is the front port right there, closest to the front of the car. It is the return line for the coolant, and I broke off the dash 4AN fitting, and it's currently sitting in here because I over torqued it, sadly. So I went online, Amazon, picked up this exact same stainless steel over Teflon hose. I've wrapped it in some heat tape. Then I went to Summit Racing, purchased this dash 6 to dash 4 AN reducer, because this right here, this black coolant port return line fitting, is from RB Turbos, Rob Beck, and it's a dash 6 where that one was a dash 4, so I needed a dash 6 female to a dash 4 male. And bada bing bada boom, so finally this is in, so I can actually pop this in. The coolant lines in the car are all buttoned up. I need to have a good place for this one. Sorry, not all the coolant lines. Where is it? This one right here has been popped in. It's right here. That's easy. You cut it a little shorter, you pop it in there, and then it goes to the top port right up here. You guys can't see it, but I have this one right here, connected right there with one of the barb fittings, running all the way down in front of the fan right here. And some people run it down by the subframe because they don't want it to be close right here to the belt and all that, but I might zip tie it out the way, whatever, but it sits perfectly fine right there. I was gonna run it up here, but I cut the hose already, so I don't feel like going to go get a new one, so it's down in there. I'll pull the fan out in a little bit. In terms of the turbo itself, the manifold is completely in, the wastegates are completely on. Every single line except obviously for that one right there is on the car, so this is the oil return. Down there is the oil feed, and what's it called, coolant feed, which is on the coolant pipe. All the hoses down there by the water pump are all connected on, so once the turbo itself is in and clocked, that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to put it on, clock it the right position, so then they can go right down into the intercooler. You have to clock it correctly, and I'll show you guys how to do that. I'll do a nice time lapse of that. Once that's in, technically by then I just have to throw the coolant packs back on, connect up all these oil and coolant lines, and then fill it up with coolant and oil, and I'm good to go. Start it right up. Obviously download the JB4 firmware. But yeah, so we're gonna get that done today. Tomorrow, we're not gonna do the oil pan gasket on this car like we thought we were, because it actually is all new on this car. You can just tell by how fresh it looks comparing it to the new one we got, so I'm gonna save that one for a rainy day. However, I am gonna do the valve cover gasket just because I don't know yet. I have an upgraded PCV valve back there, and then I have a nice oil catch can that is sitting right over there, as you guys can see. Now the bottom tube is connected to the rear inlet on the stock turbo because it has to be, in order for it to be legal, it has to actually go back into vacuum and be sucked back into the combustion chamber. I know, which sucks, no one wants oil in there, but that's just part of the blowout on these cars. That right there is just connected to the rear inlet, which obviously isn't connected to the turbos anymore because they're on the table over there. So I'm just gonna leave that in there for now until I pull the rear inlets out. They're a real pain to get out, so when I do the clutch and flywheel, when I drop the transmission, I'll have a really good view of that and pull that out. That's what a lot of people do, so I'm just gonna leave that one there. And then once the rear inlet's out, I'm just gonna leave it as a vent to atmosphere, maybe the tube, just run it down so I don't really smell anything. And then I'm hoping I don't have any PCV system problems. I might, by the looks of pulling out the PCV valve back there. It's pretty gunked up, so hoping none of the ports are blocked up here. And if they are, then I'll buy a metal one just to get rid of the crappy PCV system and the stock plastic one. But yeah, so as of right now, I'm gonna do the nice, I'm gonna put in that line that I got and then clock the turbo and catch you guys in a little bit. Okay. So now guys, the turbo comes pre-positioned in whatever really way it does. So we have to unbolt the exhaust housing right here. These are 1/2 inch bolts. And the reason we're doing that is not only so we can get these fittings on for oil feed, oil drain, coolant fill, coolant drain, but so when we put the turbo on the flange, it's actually seated correctly in terms of where the oil feed and oil drain is. Because oil feed you want at 12 o'clock top dead center, and oil drain you want right at the bottom. So what's your issue? This is the oil feed, this is the oil drain. This is supposed to be angled down like this for the car, so I have to spin the entire compressor housing around like that, full 90 degree. These are 2 waters. It doesn't matter which one's in, which one's out. It doesn't matter as long as you just feed it correctly. Garrett wants you to angle it a little bit and do all that, but it doesn't matter, that's just preference. And then we have this oil feed restrictor right here. It's really, really tiny where it goes in, and that's how it's supposed to be, as per Garrett's instructions. And that's the only one that fits in there. Then they also gave me these. These are just water fittings and all that. None of them fit in there, so. Not fuzzy turbo.
I couldn't find 12.
No, that's very close to my nutsack. No, Ashton, stop. You hit my nutsack on multiple occasions, please.
Day 2.
Turbo's spooling. Do you want me to start it and you stand out here so you can actually look at it?
I got some codes. Let me see what those are.
So guys, what we just did, cylinder modes 1 and 2 were the only ones misfiring, so we just kind of flipped the ignition plugs. Again, hopefully that works. It should make sense, but let's see if it works.
inches later.
Kill it, yeah. Kill it. It was starving itself.
That's what, yeah. For the most part, that's what it sounded like.
Yeah. No, it sounded like it was starving itself.
For the most part, yeah.
Alright. It's running, boys.
Oh, it's still spinning.
Yeah, it's spooling down. Put your finger in it, I dare you.